Hey, it's Abby here from Peninsula Gaming. Today, I'm going to try to play the Stanley Parable. I have no idea what's going to happen in this game. I've never seen anyone play it, but I'm just going to try. So let's get started.
Named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his
Why
desk.
is he typing like
what
that?
buttons to push, how long to push them, and
He has terrible typing
this is what
technique.
employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Not very
And
efficient.
although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Then why are we going to
And
mess
then
with
one
him?
day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Ooh. Oh, it's me. I can do stuff. Why is everything so weird colored? Okay, I guess we have to go out of here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't even know where the meeting room is. We should just leave. Let's just go home.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
F the police.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I always stop by the employee lounge to admire it. I don't know about you. Nah. Can we go in this room? Charge. Enter room. Open sesame. I guess not. What? I don't... Fine. I guess we actually have to go in the employee lounge to admire it. Oh, look, very nice.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Beautiful. I'm thirsty.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did I? Did Stanley really?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wow. I don't like this narrator guy. He's kind of mean. Stanley just wanted to break his leg and jump off this.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Oh, I
Good
died.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you're very powerful.
No one tells Stanley what to do. Nobody. Stanley is his own individual. So
All
now
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So we just do this again? What the? Why can't I go in this room? Wee party! This was Bill's desk. Never liked Bill. Bill was a suck up. F you, Bill! Okay. I guess we'll just go to the meeting room because...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I guess we'll just go this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What do people want? Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things and money. This is brilliant. Using slides to show employees everything is okay. Make sure slide, what? I'm unique. Oh, thank you. So nice. Broom closet. Holy crap. Oh, yes. There's only like 1 broom in this broom closet. This is the worst broom
Stanley
closet.
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got
Excuse
back
me,
on
there's
track.
this beautiful broom here. What the heck is your... Rude and disrespectful.
There was
This-
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
It's not
No
empty.
reason to still be here.
This broom is here. And some wrenches and stuff, but I really want this broom.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
I'm not
He
sitting
wasn't
here.
even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Shut up. So sassy.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
I just want the
Standing
broom to
around
come
doing
with
nothing?
me.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
This broom is all the explanation you're gonna get. Can I shut this door? It's okay, broom. You can stay there. Ooh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think I'm gonna go home. Nope, can't open that door. I'm just gonna hide. Okay, this is boring. Ooh, a car!
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
let's go
he
home.
might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All
Why is
because
this
he
just
believed
sitting here?
Everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single
I
moment.
think you're
for
crazy.
no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
I didn't yell anything.
What a relief.
I'm a
Stanley
girl.
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
My
He
name?
wasn't going to lose his job.
You're
He
pronouncing
wasn't
my
crazy
name
after
wrong.
all.
It's
He thought to himself, I
Stanley.
suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
No, I didn't.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley
I don't
marveled
wanna be
that he'd
dreaming.
still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
This is
And then
weird.
perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
I don't
One
like
he was
this.
amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Because you're mean
Now
and
the voice was
invasive.
describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply
What does that
deceiving
say?
himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility
Coffee
for himself?
mug.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was
Oh
quite
my
a shock
God.
to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
Can I
this
die?
voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it.
Shut
He
up!
would prove that he was in control. That
Oh
this
my
was a
God.
dream.
Mr. Sassy Voice,
So
go
he
away.
closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Is he sleeping outside?
Let me wake up,
Weirdo.
he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I
I just
want.
want the Sassy Voice to stop.
I want my apartment
Just
and my
stop.
wife and my job.
He has a wife?
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Stanley sounds
Everything
boring.
will be fine. I am okay.
What?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am
Stanley.
real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Well, what?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Ooh.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
What the
But
heck?
on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon
What?
turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment,
I
she
don't.
thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting
Sicko.
she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What the heck does Mariella have to do with anything? Oh yeah, I'm back. Okay, well I think that was enough of whatever this is for today. I will probably play this again, even though it's sort of frustrating. See you guys later.